I'm trying to get timestamps to work, and also I should not be recording at the time of that I'm recording at, but let's just get through it. At this point, though, yes, this series is going to exist, if for no other reason than to just at least record a whole one or two, or well, I say 3 playthroughs, but whether or not I actually get through all 3 playthroughs with a lot of feats completed is entirely up in the air. What am I doing, by the way? Am I just going to go charisma as well? I think that's the plan, question mark, because I wanted to improve the other characters. Let me take a look at my skills. Also, I had to cough. Yeah, I think that was the point. I did want the EX skills, but this would... I think this happens immediately. Let's find out. I mean... Oh, that was sensitivity, by the way. Well, hey, we can do sensitivity. That helps me out as well, because sensitivity is particularly, I think, evasion and other stuff. But I wanted to do charisma instead. Whoops. So we'll just lose that skill point. That's fine for the moment. But aside from that, so particularly, actually, you know what? We're gonna stop here for 15 seconds to kind of explain this, because I need to make sure that I remember this as well. So in particular, the social stats are for your party members. However, 2 of them in particular help a certain gender of them. So let me just make sure. I think it's beauty. Yeah, beauty is male ally characters get buffed. So it strengthens those characters. I'm literally reading off the guide, by the way. And then social strengthens female ally characters. At this point, you might be wondering, well, what are the other 2 stats for then? They're for primarily the contest, the bread festival. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I immediately forgot the own stat that I was going for. Although we're doing a Noah run, I do want to increase Chocola's make Chocola survive a lot more often as well. But we will be focusing on beauty in particular. So hey, anything else that could improve other aspects would help out as well. But I guess we'll find out. So yeah, we'll just go for the social and beauty. And if I'm still getting the stats wrong, I would be quite sad at myself. Out of curiosity, though, we are also going to go through... So I think it's imagination does... Yeah, imagination increases luck, and creativity gives you better... makes it easier to launch first strikes. I'm literally quoting the official guide as well. Oh, okay, and then speed is speed from stamina. I'm going absolutely insane. Well, hey, I'll take luck, even though I'm a very luckless person, both in gaming and in real life. We'll do our best. Again, if for no other reason we're taking these classes to increase all the stats and get more skill points. I think you get skill points faster starting from the lower, but as we unlock our EX tree, again, we really want just to get Thunderblade. Yeah, the extra gold is nice as well, because we will be spamming battle from here on out, but it's not the... I would rather the skill. The skill allows you to one-shot quite a bit of enemies, and it helps boost our progress, but... whether or not that's actually going to make an actual difference, like actually it helps me clear a zone during a month, because we're not going to plan to load in this run, but so the only other thing to think about was whether or not I wanted extra energy. What would I do with that extra energy? Probably go on dates instead of talking with either Chocola or Noah, but in this case, since we're going for Noah, we'll pick Noah here. But let's see here. Something interesting to note is that because of the way that this text, so I can't really show you it because it doesn't show on screen. I can't point to it, but the daughter's name does show here, so I'm interested to see if there are any weird text bugs that basically either puts it off box or word wraps. Usually that's handled well, but I'm not sure, but it would be interesting to see. So again, I was deciding whether or not I wanted to go through the EX tree or the rest of the trees, but I think we'll go stamina tree. The stamina EX tree, and just see how that works out. That being said, we still do want to train before we go for battling. Not that it's gonna... I'm probably just going to do the skip anyway and not try to push a new zone, but we'll see. And I think on a fresh run, at least on this fresh run, it is very unlikely for me to push Zone 5. So yeah, I mean, just what we see on screen. This is just going to be unlocking as many feats as possible. Although I don't doubt there is some strategy to at least defeat Zone 5, because I think that feat is a very high value feat in terms of achievement points. Again, if you don't know, I might as well show you right after this little bed. Is that? No, it's creativity. Well, I'll take it regardless, but for no other reason than to get a stat point. But let me just show really quickly the feats here. So yeah, most normal ones that you'd get like easily or through the story are worth 5. I've seen them go as high as 15, and I don't remember what the higher ones are. But basically, there are a lot of them, and you can get at least a couple hundred in your first playthrough. At least 200, I would say. But if you're just, if you're just lounging around and playing casually, you shouldn't really need to worry, in my opinion. Again, you can go 4 or 5 playthroughs if you're just trying to enjoy and unlock things, or just enjoy, really. Cornelia should be outside, yeah. So we want to work on Cornelia here for the sake of the second run. And then on third run, we're going to go for broke, basically. But because we don't have any other way to talk to Cornelia at the moment, this is going to be interesting. We can make it work. Again, the second playthrough, we should be more than possible. It should be more than doable to go for Cornelia, basically. That's all I'll say on that for the moment. When things in the story start happening, that's when I'll be more forthcoming with the details. But for now, as I also made a mistake in, I think, one daughter talk, we will do our best to at least get as many feats as possible. I'm sure I haven't been the most... Oh my goodness, I didn't actually complete the class. I haven't been the most efficient, but let's see. I think, yeah, we're going for imagination here. Is it creativity? I already forgot. Yeah, I think it's creativity. Creativity for first strikes. And then we'll just pick a... I should actually pick... Which one? I'm gonna actually cheat here really quickly. Piety is light magic healing spells. Math is magic resistance. Yeah, so that's pretty much the only one we would probably look at here. And the reason I'm contemplating this is, again, just to get more skill points a lot easier. I feel pretty certain about that. So if we can get all of these up to even just minimum D, it might help out a lot. Minimum C, having all of your stats at least at C, which is a common new game plus perk you can give yourself. Well, a combination of perks you can give yourself is, I think, quite important. But on the other side of things, if we can get Cornelia's affection to about 20, I think I'd be happy with that. Chocola is not over in the outskirts. At the same time, I think... no, I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to play it through. So, because I thought there were midterm perks that that are attached to a character. What I mean by that, if I can speak correctly, is that there are other feats, I think, like going on every single date with a character, but I don't remember at the moment. And I'm just gonna, again, we're gonna play through it just turning our brain off, just so that you, for no other reason, if nothing else, to show that, hey, you can just get through just fine. We're gonna play it safe though still, because since we're only looking to push Zone 5 and see if we can, I don't think it's gonna be possible. I think we can only do Zone 4. If I recall correctly, that's where I also was stuck at for the first playthrough of a save file. Again, I'm being very particular with my words here because they're important. But on the second run or any future run on your first save file, I'm fairly certain you can push Zone 5. I'm kind of thinking in real life. That's why I went silence. Yeah, I'll just go a stack stamina. Now, the thing about getting, because I think it's S plus is the highest rank. At that point, you can still increase the same stat to kind of boost yourself, but I don't think the stats at that point are going to allow you to break any thresholds. I'm trying to figure out if I said what I wanted to say correctly. An example of this would be, I mean, we're just speaking more generally here. Ooh, I should have saved it. Not that I was going to plan to load, but so what I mean by that is that am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? Yeah, I'm going crazy. Now I'm rolling my saves, but we'll do the sword series. It would have been nice to have the big single target EX skill, but I'm forgetting the name at the moment. And yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. I was trying to focus on doing this. That being said, I don't think we're gonna be able to do the festival a third time. I'm gonna go through it just to show you what happens. But yeah, it's not likely to happen. And for those who already know what happens, and I think in particular this version the third version in the third year also counts towards what I'm vaguely mentioning here. Oh my sweet goodness, the damage. But yeah, you'll find out when I get there. It's probably not going to happen in this episode, probably happen in the next episode, though. We don't have a healer in this party, do we? Well, here's hoping. So, we're gonna... I'm going to just AoE. Maybe I shouldn't have. Well, too late now. So, let's see how much damage Toas does. Not enough. We needed an attack, and we're not gonna get it. And in fact, they're healing now, so... Thankfully, I think... I feel confident that a lot of targeting in Magical Princess is random. They're not... examples of this would be they don't have a high... I would believe, or I would guess that they don't have a higher chance of targeting a character that has low HP, and... as a second example, they're not going to heal, they're not more likely to heal a target that is missing more HP. But I could be wrong. That's just me guessing. And the only reason I believe that is because in the last episode and in my first save file, Noah just gets hit a lot for I don't know why. So if that's not RNG, then I don't know what to say. So it's nice to win these, especially to get the feat, because every time you see achievement unlocked, you're essentially getting achievement points from your feats, which is nice for future runs. So, yeah, that's all I have to say at the moment. Tired daughter is tired, but we are gonna keep going. So, yeah, I think that one is, when you talk to your daughter, it's two good choices, we'll just say it like that, and one evil choice, basically. Also, what am I doing here? So we did all our stamina classes. I should do sensitivity, because that's what I'm prepared for. But really, you should be doing whatever classes you can do an efficient amount of. In this case, again, we're not able to 100% everything here. Same thing here on Charming and Charisma, and Sensitivity. So, you know what? Oh, no, Imagination. Well, Creativity then, because we get Magic as well, which is for our Intelligence, but... I think, yeah, I guess we'll just go Charisma. So, we are looking for Beauty. And I guess we'll just do Letter. It's unfortunate because we don't have any battle stats that we can look for from the Intelligence and Sensitivity classes. Because Social is for strengthening female characters. So, also, Mary is also a Magical Bakery character, or Legacy Magical Bakery character. And my definition of Legacy is that they are from one of the board. You can see them in one of the board games, basically. And if at this point you don't know what I'm talking about, then just Magical Bakery is the series in which this game was. Do we call this a spin-off? I mean, it's a full game in itself, and it has its own lore. I don't remember if the board games had lore. From the little I know, I don't own any of the board games, so I wouldn't know for certain. But I do know that from the Japanese sites about Magical Bakery, there is basically lore included. I won't say more on that, even though you can just go look it up yourself, and it's not really anything spoilery. But Cornelia is certainly the poster child of Magical Bakery. Child grown into young adult, so... I'm trying to think of what I was saying, what I was going to say and what I said was correct. Anywho, we'll try Zone 3, if for no other reason than to see if we can just do it. I don't doubt that we could have in the last month, or last month we could have, but I'm sitting here and looking at Chocola's C+ rank next to these, well, we're gonna hope for the best. Ow, Noah! Noah! I guess that'll be the meme for my channel here. I don't think we have the luxury of AoEing here, so we actually need to focus. Unfortunately for Noah, all he has are AoE attacks, so I mean, that'll still help, but... But I don't want to heal Noah and suddenly Toas gets ganged up on, so that would not be great. I should have actually attacked the other slime here, but as long as it doesn't act, we should be fine. But yeah, we sit here and pray with Chocola, and if she goes down too early, then we have to heal her. But if she goes down later on, mainly in the boss encounter, or the third encounter, then I don't really mind. Noah! Noah! Live! Goodness gracious. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that was a mistake. I believe, Noah, you should be able to cast before they hit. Okay, good. Although prayer would have still been helpful here. But... it's fine. Also, I think I could have used a handful of items. So this is where Noah would be very, very helpful. Unfortunately... yeah, we're going to heal Grand. because I don't feel good. Oh my sweet goodness, but we're taking so much damage though. You normal attack these. I think any arts is resisted. That's why I didn't do it. Now, unfortunately, we don't have an actual dark caster in our party because Noah does not cast any of the elemental spells, which is why we're doing what we do. Out of curiosity, just to see. Yeah, it is resisted. Yeah, that was, I think that was more number-wise. Oh, live! Please! Yeah, we should just be attacking here. Do I get to? That, I think this enemy goes first, but we have to go for the heal here. Noah! Well, not that we need Noah here, so I'm actually going to do support here. I don't know if that affects cast time, but I wouldn't assume it does because cast time is not the same as basically the stamina healing here, question mark. Noah! Yeah, we don't have an actual, These are weak against fire spells. If I could cast a fire spell, I guess that's something to think about. Yeah, if these could cast spells, actually, I think this is the more efficient heal. I didn't mean to defend. No, Chocola. But yeah, it's the more efficient heal. So we just have to be attacking here. Now we don't need Noah if we just have the healing and the damage from the daughter and Chocola, but it is a little bit annoying. And Toas Unbreakable did wear off, so we need to keep her topped off. Because without the daughter, we have no damage, so... I mean, it'd be interesting to see if Chocola can solo the Zone 3 boss at this kind of status, but it doesn't look very likely. So, we do want the daughter to tank some blows, but we can't have her tank every blow! So, my voice completely went there, but... and for those who are completely not in the know, to kind of fill you in while we're autopiloting here, so basically, all in an encounter like this, basically where you're being hoarded by these Geppettos, I think they're called, they come close and they try to melee attack you, basically. So, and when they get close enough, they start queuing their attacks, and that's when you have to deal with their attacks. So the normal flow, if you have the appropriate attack, is that you use a fire spell and it gets rid of them, and the ones in the back slowly shamble forward, and they rinse and repeat. Now we don't have such a spell or anyone who can cast such a spell, so therefore we are in pain. I could have defend. I should actually move Chocola to the back here. Is she already in the back? She is already in the back. All right, well, heal. I don't think we're going to get enough before this happens, but thankfully she's arrived. So, we focus on the one we can get rid of. Never mind, we did a lot of... There is RNG to the damage fluctuation, right? It looks like there is. Anywho, if there is, I would have liked to get rid of that Geppetto, but I think I'm going to prayer instead and hope that's enough HP to survive that. Never mind, we can interrupt. So, or we can get rid of that enemy beforehand. Unfortunately, though, that results in us having lower HP overall. We just have to do our best. So, go for the heal. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, because they're casting, quote-unquote casting, but it's not really casting. Are you gonna... Oh, they're actually casting a spell. I just have to go for broke here. Nope. I wanted all three of them to hit that one. It did not, so... If we get through this battle, at least we'll get rewards from it. I don't think that's going to happen, though. So, if we're stronger, we'll be okay, basically. It's a very slow fight because we don't have anyone casting a fire spell, but shrug. I mean, we could, I think, how much is it to learn? Yeah, 3 skill points to learn, but I want the EX skill instead, so whoops. Shows what I know. We don't need to do the family trip here, but I don't remember if fall is in August. Real life stuff. But, anywho, look at the swimming fish, get, well, a stat that I didn't need, and off we go. So, we will take this skill point. Yeah, I'm gonna go up through the... Oh, no, I was going for EX skills. I'm going absolutely insane. Well, I'll remember that for next time. We will get skill points left, right, and center, but it is a little worrying. I think Cornelia was out in the daytime, so yeah, she wouldn't be available in the night this month. And here's where I realized that I haven't been tracking something that I should have been tracking, but it's fine. Oh, jump scare daughter. But as we go to the story part, again, please play Magical Princess yourself. I'm sure someone else is playing Magical Princess going through it. We're focusing on gameplay here, though, so I'm not going through it. To note, though, yes, to read and to repeat myself from an earlier episode, yes, because I've already seen that scene in another save file, then we can skip it in this save file, even though it's the first time seeing it in this save file. So I think, yeah, so we were still in summer here. I didn't need to go on the family trip, but meh. We definitely want to take one of these. We'll take magic. We might want to cast fire. Like, you get so much more damage, even though we only have, like, E+ intelligence. Now, on a higher grade enemy, that's not going to fly, but it'll work for the moment. Okay, I guess we do have to take these art classes then. So be it. To unlock the rest of the class. I mean, we'll have to do it eventually, I just hoped. Unless it's RNG, or unless it's random. If it is, that would be interesting to know. But otherwise, we take our EX skill here. We're so close. An extra 10% actually... it helps out early on. Later on, I don't feel it as much. I could be wrong, though. Again, I don't remember everything. No! Cornelia's out during the day. Well... I am not finding the NPCs. They're both in the outskirts, aren't they? Noah's never seen at night either, so... yeah. If and when we do get a second energy max energy point, we will be able to do the dates, which do have their bonuses. I think they do have their advantages, if not just outright, you know, they give you more affection points, but I thought they gave you something else as well. Anywho. As an experiment, I could go checking my stats, but that would waste a lot of your time. So, yeah, we're just going to move on. Again, we're going to grind for at least battle rank, because that helps out as well. So we might as well just do the skip here. These medals also granting us gold. I could also grab upgrade to an equipment. That would also help immensely. But, as we grab Thunderblade finally. And I think maxing the tree is a feat in itself. So, yeah, we're going to just go through the whole thing. But the last one for stamina is helpful because we do get to, we do get extra gold, basically. Now, will it matter? That's another question. So, roll our saves. And I need to find out. So, within, let's see if I can push Zone 3 on with 12 months left. That should be a thing. Again, what you should say to avoid a morality decrease or a loss in bonds, or to increase your bonds should be relatively obvious 75% of the time, but hey. So, imagination, I would like that. And then I guess we do intelligence if you see math. Unfortunately, yeah, that's not enough to break. So you'll notice here, it's just simple math. 42%, we need 3 classes, whereas if it was 50% or more progress per class taken, we would be able to do it in 2. But since we can't, we just go for charisma instead. So, looking for beauty, I don't think we're going to find it. So instead, we just take whatever gives us more points here. Now, on the other side of that is, eventually, I do want to focus on the thingamajiggy. Hold on, let me think. I just realized I wasn't using my items as well, so any veterans at the moment were probably, as Noah's mother barges in, yelling at me to use my items, because this would have given me enough skill points to do a lot of stuff. That being said, it's not like we had a lot of them, actually, so, hey. Should also be baking bread as well. Also speed. I like speed more. You can use first strike. I think that's RNG, right? Basically increases the chance, but if you don't proc it, sadness happens. Should be an achievement here? Question mark? No, I lied. Well, never mind then. I will still take the extra gold, but shrug, right? I don't remember. We're gonna do this just to see if I have anything. I don't think I do. Yeah, and funny enough, Noah does not enjoy pretty much a lot of luxury items. So we'll give him something. We'll give him the staff. We're not going to be using any stabs in this run. But we do want Chocola to still be capable of healing us to a better degree. I don't think we need to do too much more. But I guess we'll find out. So if nothing else, so we're going to see. We've maxed out both trainings here, but I just want to push stamina to S-. Actually, I have to still train every month because that's the only way I'm going to be able to increase stamina. So never mind. I lied to myself. But, anywho. Yeah, the next competition in the academy is going to be interesting to see because I know what's going to happen to me, or to the daughter specifically. But hey, so we get support, so we get to speed ourselves up if need be. Unfortunately, I don't. Like I said, we're gonna try in month 12 to do Zone 3 again, because if nothing else, we'll be able to get better equipment. Shrug. In fact, I can just take a look now, but I should, yeah, we should wait anyway because there could be a sale. I don't often pay attention because by the time you're on your second or third run, you should be able to handle everything, but maybe sometimes you don't. So, shrug. Roll saves, move on with life. Protect the city. Check the Central Plaza does have its own basically separate branch of things to do, but as I sit here and realize that I need to take things easy here, I'm just going to play it safe. Again, for no other reason than to see how casually we can go through and, still be relatively fine with what we want to do. If we're not, then I guess you'll see a fourth playthrough, or a cut of a fourth playthrough. Anywho, prayer. Then we just sit here. I didn't upgrade the weapons, by the way. Would have helped in this Crimson Knight, but that's only going to matter if I end up somehow losing. Noah did get the thingy-majiggy, a dark version of heal, but I don't think he heals for that much, actually. Guess we're going to find out. So, prayer again. We actually aren't doing a lot of damage until Noah casts a spell. Noah! Stop! Actually need to heal Noah. Well, oh, this is not good. Bye, Noah. Noah! He's so squishy! Well, that was me, though. I should have actually healed him. I should have known better that he was just going to take damage left, right, and center and just healed him with Chocola, but... Well, I don't think that results in any weird things with NPCs, but I guess we're going to find out. So as we drag Noah's body over towards us for moral support, we still prayer here at this point. I mean, if nothing else, our daughter is going to be trying to carry this. We are taking more damage than I thought we were going to take, but I think it's more important to just try and focus one down. Unfortunately, I think it still gets an attack off unless I don't prayer here, but I value the prayer more. So yeah, so we don't. It was thankfully casting a spell, but we are still getting smacked. So these two enemies in the back, the broccoli, do counterattacks. That's why I'm not attacking them first, because I've had a bad time with counterattacks before. Granted, again, it's when your daughter is weak or you're on a first run, and therefore she is a lot weaker than she would be in later runs. But yeah, not really much else to say there. So there's the counterattack. There was just an attack. But yeah, we're not taking as much damage from them. I did not mean to attack with Chocola. I'm going absolutely crazy, but if that allows me to get rid of an enemy, hey, offense can be a good defense. But we still wanted prayer here. I'm pretty sure, I mean, there's no way you would design the battle system in the way that, hey, defend to recover your allies' HP. So you are defending while you're using that. If that got rid of the defense buff, that would be quite odd. So as Noah gives us more morals... Oh my goodness. I think we'll be okay here. If they all start attacking Chocola, then we might have a problem, because there goes our only source of healing. But if we continue to do this... Actually, I should do this, because... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Never mind. Help! Well, I was trying to actually do support, but that's not what I got. So instead, I'm just now taking pain. So, we actually do need to... no, I'm going to prayer. Because if they just both attack Chocola now, I'm pretty sure about it. So I was supposed to do support here, because I'll get my worth out of it. Unfortunately, we're just taking a bunch of damage, but we can do that for the moment. So, let's do a spot heal. I'm using these terms even though I'm not playing such a game, but I'll just leave that at that. Pain. I think, yeah, if we get rid of one, we should be okay. If we can't, sadness happens. But thankfully, support does its proves its worth. Now, if we can't somehow... Yeah, well, we can attack with Chocola, but I thought that was gonna one-shot from the HP that I was at. It wasn't a one-shot. I thought it would defeat the enemy, but it's fine. We defeated the enemy. Also, good to see how much damage I can do, so... Shrug. I'm guessing we're not gonna get... We might not even get a 4-star. I'll just leave it at that. Anywho. So we'll make this the last month of the video, because in about 6 to 12 hours from now, there should be the second episode. Because again, if you've been with this channel for even just a little bit, you'll know that there were some weird scheduling errors on my part, so whoops. But as we get 12 months left, it'll be a good month, or it'll be a very long month because we're going to go for Zone 3, so we won't be skipping through and basically saving time. Shrug! So, let's see here. Basically looking for math. It will help out because I just want to push intelligence a little higher. But right after that, if you can find something else, creativity probably. Unless we have a beauty here, which we do. This should be a real 100%. It sometimes says 33%. I swear there are decimals though. But anywho, let's do this. I probably could max out another class for feat's sake, but so again, well, on your second and third run, you can definitely complete all classes, all 4 classes in 2-3 runs, probably even 2 if you're doing the most out of your first one. But since I'm not, yeah, we're not. Now, my question is, I think I'm going to make the third run the intelligence run based on how I'm pacing things here. So, shrug, I guess. And because we're trying to get our stamina to S+, I actually do have to do these. So I'm probably not even going to max out the bakery workplace. Basically, if you haven't already kind of worked it out by now, on your second and third runs, you have a lot more max energy to work with. Even though it might be only like 3 or 4 points, as you can see, it costs about 3 or 4 points to do what I want to do. Also, at this point, I might as well do a thing. Yeah, if I believe in getting enough money, I should just buy things here. So, the first question is if I can get a weapon. Probably not, unless I sell something. And with that sold, I should actually go for defense instead. But I guess I can take a look at the tailor first. Funny enough, I don't think I've ever... Oh, actually, no, I have. I lied to myself. So, we're going to take magic resist because we are missing more magic resist than we are defense. With that being said, we might as well sell everything else. I think is the black scarf an equip item? It's a gift, right? It's a gift. It is a gift. Well, we'll check that out with Noah next time. I'm trying to go back to the armory. I am failing to navigate properly. And we'll get what we can. Would be nice to get that Thunderblade. Doesn't seem like it unless I steal stuff. We might as well. I'm not giving this meat to anyone else. Even though Noah can accept it. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna go with the sword we have, I believe. Actually, out of curiosity, what is the sword I'm using? 300? Actually, let me do a comparison here for myself. Obviously, I could just... You, the viewer, probably already realized. Yeah, it's an extra 100. I don't know what the exact calculation is, but we're gonna push this. I did not equip what I... Oh, I did. Okay. Your daughter will visually change her armor/clothing, and so that's how you know. Even during battle, you'll see it look differently. Which is going to be funny when we get to our second and third runs, because I'm going to be wearing one costume the whole time. The whole time. Anywho. I don't think Noah is that much stronger, but he does have Dark Heal. We'll use it if we need be, because what happens now is that we end up using Dark Heal on Chocola. I don't remember the exact effect. It's been a while. So, yeah, let's find out. I should have actually been going for attacks here. I made a mistake, but it's fine for the moment. Stop hitting Toas! Stop! I mean, I do want them to hit. She's the more tankier one of the 3, I guess. So, shrug, right? It looks like I got a couple, like 200 to 300 more damage off of... Never mind, I didn't even change the sword. I'm going absolutely crazy. Well, hey. I think I'm taking 100 less damage. Let me fix what I was saying. Yeah, and at this point, we just all... Noah and Chocola are strictly support. In fact, Noah should just be sitting here defending and only using Dark Heal when absolutely need be. And that's usually going to be when Chocola takes damage, unless Toas needs the exact help here. Yeah, and I think it is more efficient just to go for 2 attacks than just throwing out a Thunderblade. Although, don't defend. Don't support. So what I just did there was basically I held down the mouse key and then I reacted in time. But I was like, I didn't actually want to defend because I would have misclicked there. And then I held the click and kind of dragged the mouse away. But anywho, I don't know if you can see the mouse on screen. I can make it so that the mouse appears on screen, but this is going to be a very long fight. It's going to be a very long fight because we're just sitting here doing attacks left, right, and center about, yeah, 16 more times-ish, so... While meanwhile, the other three are just defending and doing what they can here. So yeah, as long as Noah defends, he'll heal enough to mitigate the prayer. It'll take too long for them to defeat Noah. It's the daughter that we're a bit more worried about. But since she's not taking as much damage as well, it's fine. I swear, 699. I'm just gonna start saying the numbers out loud. 699, 670. Yeah, so there was a fluctuation of damage happening. 699. No. I must have been hitting a Geppetto that was already hurt, right? Must have been. So, yeah, maybe that extra 100 damage, I don't know if it was actually 100, but if it was 100, would have mattered. But, we'll just throw out attacks. Actually, 6-9, whoa, that is a lot of HP. Well, okay, guess just hope that numbers randomize. I mean, we still want to get rid of what we can, but... Basically, whenever I see a number higher than 690, I will be sad to see, because that means I would have one-shot a full HP Geppetto, but... that doesn't seem like a large fluctuation, but it is here, because, yeah, the difference between an extra 90 damage here is the difference between one-shotting one of these Geppettos and not. Interesting to see, though, for me. May not be for you, but that's why this is a stream-like video. Wow, we're doing even less damage. I guess I can play high-low while I'm waiting here. It has to be higher this time, right? It is, but it's not high enough to have one-shot something. Now, what I'm asking is if we're going to get through the third encounter okay, but with the healer, usually that's not as much of a problem. Lower still, but again, as much as it doesn't matter. 704, that makes me sad, but deal with it. And we just hit here doing prayer until we get to the end of the day. In this case, the end of the month, actually. 705, okay, so that wasn't... I'm going absolutely insane then. Well, hey. Or are their HPs random as well? Or HP fluctuates as well? That I wouldn't really be surprised if that were the case. Yeah, because I'm doing 614 there, but I did 700 on another one, and that one didn't go down. But I did 604, and this one almost went down. So I'm now... You know, it is what it is, I guess. Not really much else to say. So, let's find out. 617. Yeah, like 617 and this thing almost went down, so... Also, yes, I'm being very particular with my words, because in general, Magic Bakery is a very, very friendly... Actually, am I going crazy? I was going to try and look for something, but it's too late now. Could have had Noah help out, but because I don't believe in Noah's squishiness, then yeah. So, as we sit here, I don't think this enemy pushes phases either. Unfortunately, though, we're just taking a bunch of damage, so you know what? We're going to throw out a Dark Heal and see how much that heals for. What I do want to do, though, is that if... Actually, I should have had Noah do support. I guess we'll have Noah do support later. But, yeah, what we're looking for is if Noah is about to go down, we want Noah to just throw out an attack, so at least he can get some damage out. Otherwise, he's not really contributing much else. And yeah, basically, and when Toas procs Unbreakable, we throw out a Thunderblade, basically. Just to get as much damage as possible. I did not do support yet, right? No, I didn't, because otherwise I'd see the buff. Otherwise, under half HP, I'll throw out a Thunderblade just to try and make things quicker. Ow, the pain! But because we have some time to spare, we'll just throw out regular attacks for the moment. In fact, I could probably make Noah throw out an attack as well. We're going to get a lot of attacks because we're faster, and this Chimera is recovering off of the skill use. So, Thunderblade! Yeah, resist. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't know for sure, though. We just did over damage, but yeah, it does resist, so... Anywho. Do we have enough for this family trip? We do, but we also have enough to replace the sword. So... I mean, not that we need to. We're just going to be skipping a lot of the time, and we've already gone through a Crimson Night. So, Starlight Festival it is. Health, please. Extra stamina. It's not a lot, actually, in relation to how much we need to level up the stat, but But that's not where I should save. We need to get to a new month. I think Cornelia was available in the night, but Ghost Daughter. But anyway, as we, the father, get taken away for a moment, yeah. not really much else to say. So with 12 months left, we should be able to get through. I wasn't counting how many months we get through per video, but without further ado, yeah, we'll just end it here and we will see what I do at the end of this run. Because if so, I'll at least show you the start of the next game. If for no other reason to show you how much achievement points that we can get. But yeah, without further ado, not really much else to say. If you have anything to say yourself, anything to ask, you know what to do. Otherwise, thank you for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!